Welcome to the U-Poker Academy Poker Lecture Series designed to make you a better poker player. Right now we're playing some 20-40, so we're about 80 big blinds deep. We've got pocket aces in the small blind. It's been raised and called, and we're going to put in a raise. And it looks like it's going to get called. So we've got a pretty sizable pot to work with. Real simple to play from here on out. We're going to go in and make two bets, about 2/3 the size of the pot, and that should put us all in. We do good all in against ace queen. We take it down, we double up just like that. So we're playing now, I guess 150 big blinds deep against Mindbang and Poker Yoda. Mindbang's been on a pretty good run. He's I think he's only up actually about 13,000 chips. Even though the buy-in's 4,000, he did lose a pretty good chunk before he went on a run. So he's a very tight, aggressive player. He's willing to put money in with the second best hand, but he's definitely not easy to stack, especially if you've got a deep stack. So I think he plays pretty weakly against short stacks, so I guess we'd all be considered short stacks to him. So I'm hoping to catch a hand like 8-10 that I can raise and flop a straight and get a stack in against him. Luckily, with these other two loose players in, the pots will be bigger going into the flop, and he'll be more likely to commit to them. We do flop top pair, so we are going to bet out, and we get called. So there's nothing else to do but bet again. And finally, we're going to bet about half pot on the river, maybe get called by a 9, or maybe somebody who had like 7-8. Could have, of course, had Jack-8, which would have a straight, but we don't like to see monsters under the bed. We're just value betting. So Ace-2 suited, great hand to play. If he raises, we're going to call. So Eowyn, we're going to get heads up with, and we're going to raise. And he's minimally raised us back, so we don't have any choice but to call here. We do catch the ace, so we are going to be playing this to the river. Luckily, he's bet small, so it's going to be a small pot going to the river. We're not standing to lose very much. We're going to let the time bank tick down a little bit on this before we call. Just a little bit of a timing tell that we're trying to give off that we don't know what we're supposed to do. Obviously, we're going to call no matter what, so we're just going to let some time pass and then go in and make that call. And he's only got 488 chips left, so there's nothing to do but call here. Of course, he could have the king, he could have a better ace, but he doesn't. He has the 9-10, and we take down a pretty sizable pot. So 3-6 not going to be playable here. So it didn't raise, so we didn't have an ace, so we are going to bet here. And I think we're going to double barrel. But it's a no-go, so we're going to check, look at a 10. Yep. King, queen's a fine playable hand here, so we're going to go in and re-raise to about 450. We've been re-raised. It's a small re-raise, so we are going to be pot committed to calling this, getting 1 to 4. We hit the queen, but we're not happy with it. He probably has aces or kings here. It's a small bet. We're going to have to call that one. There, we hit the king. That's what we were looking for. And this is going to allow us to get our stack in against him. So the best play would probably be to check raise here. He's going to check behind, so he didn't have a hand, he just had the checks. He wouldn't have called if we'd bet, but if he was slow playing something, we check behind on that river so that he can bet 2,000, we can go 7,000 in. Pocket 7 is definitely a playable hand. I'm going to go in and raise him up. And we hit the 7. So we're going to go in and fire 3 streets of value. Not happy with that jack, but no turning back now. Let's go on and fire the 3rd street. He's got 8-10. He's going to check raises, and we're just going to, we're going to see how big the check raise is. If it's an all in, we might find a fold there. Given that he's never going to check raise as a bluff, we know that we're behind. But we could have gotten called by something like 2 pair or a top pair. Looking at ace-10, going to raise. We've been re-raised and we are going to call. Not the best hand, lots of draws hit. But we do have to call this flop. He'll likely bet the turn. I think we're going to have to call the turn as well. He does bet the turn. We do call. And I think we're going to check and fold this river. So we did have Queen King. We might have been able to raise that turn with the jack out there. It's going to be a pretty hard spot to raise. So we got top pair here. It's definitely worth a bet. We can't let any cards draw for free. Ace King, a great hand. We expect Mind Bang to raise a pretty solid percentage. This time he folds, we're going to raise against Poker Yoda. So we hit the 5. He's got the ace or the queen. He's not folding, but just a standard c-bet here. Most likely has the ace or the king. No value in betting again. Yeah, we're just going to let that one go. So we have trips. Definitely got a bet here. Lots of draws out there that are going to be paying a draw now. 4 comes, we might catch somebody with 5-8. So definitely going to bet again. We've got the best hand still. Don't like the 5, so I'm going to check and let him bet at us. He will usually bet. This time he doesn't. He's got 2 10s and he checks it down. So I'm going to play a couple more hands before cutting this video off. I wanted to thank you for joining us at UPoker Academy. Please check us out on riskoriented.com for more poker strategy delivered directly to your YouTube account. Please like us and subscribe to us. And for more poker strategy right now, continue on to our next poker lecture by clicking here.